Going to do a review video here on the ATI Strikeforce stock. I recently just got this on their Black Friday deal they had. They are regularly $109, but they did have for Black Friday, they had 30% off plus free shipping. And I also did have a 5% off code that they allowed me to use. So I paid $57 and some change for this one, which ain't bad. That's almost half off. And they did include a little full line product catalog here, which is pretty neat. So I did order this straight from the ATI website. And if you follow or have seen some of my other videos, you know I used to have this exact same stock in a black. And I did sell that one on eBay for $75. And now the reason why I decided to go back to this stock is because I was really when I sold this stock on eBay, I really was wanting to get a Pro Mag Archangel or a Pro Mag Archangel Nomad or whatever, or one of the ones that makes it look like an AR-15. Despite the Pro Mag, being about the Archangels being like $150, I was about to order it. But before I did, I watched some review videos and stuff, and I quickly learned something that I knew was going to be a potential problem for me in the future. And that is with like the Pro Mag Archangel and the Nomad and all that, is that there's a lot you have to do to just get your gun out of the stock to be able to clean it. And if you know a 22 LR rifle, you go plinking in a weekend, you have a little bulk pack of ammo, you shoot 300 to 500 rounds, you really need to clean your gun after that. 22 LR is really dirty, and there's a lot. Like if you have that Pro Mag Archangel and stuff, there's a lot you have to do to get your gun out of it. A lot of screws and all that. This one is relatively simple. You have the screw that holds in your receiver here, and then you have 2 screws on top. So 3 screws and your gun is coming out so you can clean it. So, and this being plastic, and all the other stocks too are plastic. You can strip the screw holes out over time and stuff. So that's the main reason why I decided to go back to this one, which I got this time in FDE, which I almost am coming to regret, just because it has several different blemishes in it, and like black marks from shooting show up on it, and they're hard to get off. But I do have a friend who is going to do a Duracoat camo job on this one for me, and it is like, I can't wait to show it to y'all when it's done. It's going to look really nice. But okay, so let's get into this stock here. You read a few things that it mentions in the catalog here, and it does it has a nice tactical setup. You got the 3 Picatinny rails, 1 on each side, 1 on the bottom. I do wish they would have included 1 on the top. And it does have sling mounts that it comes with that you can put in here, and there's one you can put in on a Picatinny rail. And now, but see, the thing is with this, and it was the same way with my black one. See, you can't lift your front sight up. That's as far as it'll go. It's just a little off on this side, and it was the same way with my black one. So if you cannot use your iron sights, why do they not put a Picatinny rail on the top? Now, I suppose if you really wanted to, you could probably put some screw holes in there and put one on there, because it does come with a extra, was it like a 3-inch Picatinny rail or 2-inch? So, I mean, you could put one on there if you really wanted to. Now, here's another thing. So, I mean, if you do want this stock, I highly encourage you to get it in black, because, I mean, I don't know how well that might show up there on camera, but there is lots of blemishes right here by the grip, especially on this side. If you can see that there, all through there, and not just there, but also right here, so you can kind of see it a little bit there. It's just blemishes in it, and over time it's going to get worse. As you see here, I do have a little TRS-25 on here, and I do have the little rail that comes with a 1022. And see, this is a mark that was on it when I bought it. And also, something that I didn't know when I originally purchased my black one, because I did buy that one used, is with this little buttstock here. If you decide that you do not want to use the cheek razor, you can take this off and these come out as well, and then there's just like an open hole, and that's a really neat look as well. Let me see if I can find a good picture of that so I can show you real quick. I seen it in here, I just don't know where it's at. And like ATI, they make all kinds of stuff, different grips. Yeah, that's what it'll look like right there. If you decide you do not want to use your cheek razor, you can take those out and it'll look just like that. And now this is, I believe this is just like a mil spec buttstock here. This will fit on my AR-15. However, you cannot use it with the cheek razor because of the charging handle. You can't go back far enough. So you have to take this off to use it with your AR. But I mean, it is a nice little buttstock, kind of a little bit cheaper quality, like polymer or plastic, than like Magpul or something like that is. But I mean, it is relatively decent, and this is a nice little pad here. And it has a great, you know, these stocks too are famous for their Scorpion recoil pad here, which is a little weird because, well, I guess it's not weird, but you know, with 1022 there's really no recoil. But I mean, they do make this exact same grip here for the AR-15, and they do make this exact same buttstock for the AR-15. And I do believe they make this exact same stock right here for a SKS and a Mini 14 as well. I mean, this is a real nice tactical stock. And I encourage you too, like if you do get this stock, get you a, you know, a little flash hider there. It completes the look. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes it look. It kind of really reminds me of like a Mini 14 or something like that. And of course, this one is just a slip-on, and it just has the one screw at the bottom. This is a NC Star one I got off of eBay. It was like 15 or 12 bucks or something like that. I have seen others that have 3 screws, like a screw on each side and one on the bottom. Because when I originally got this, I just screwed it in. I wasn't really thinking. And then the first time I probably shot 50 rounds off, and the thing fell off. So I had to use some Loctite. But even I used the Loctite on there, and it probably sat on there for weeks before I actually went to use it. And even after about 300-400 rounds, that one was getting loose with the Loctite. And I did add some more Loctite, and hoping it was gonna, you know, work better. And after I did just shoot yesterday, I probably shot about 400 rounds or a little under, and it is slightly loose. Not too bad, but it's slightly loose right now. So I mean, that's just one thing you're going to have to kind of deal with those. You can get other types. Like I've seen some that have like a slip-on thing with the screw in, so you can get different, you know, different ones to just screw on. Or, you know, of course, you can get a threaded barrel, and you don't have to worry about none of that. So I mean, this is a real nice stock. The main things I really like about it is I do like, you know, having the Picatinny rails on top. How I know, like, I had this in my, you know, my rifle bag. So when I do go to like the indoor range, which is where I went yesterday, I usually keep a flashlight and like a laser on the bottom as a backup sight or something. But I took those off to help it fit in my rifle bag better. But I normally do just keep a flashlight on there and a little laser, a little backup sight or something like that. Now, I do know that they do sell, for this stock, ATI does sell a different buffer tube that goes down slightly, and that's for use with iron sights. But like I said, there must be secondary iron sights that you would buy to put on this gun, because you cannot use your factory iron sights with this stock unless you take this top cover off. So, but and the all-time favorite thing about this stock is ATI does it right. The stock folds to the right side. Well, not the right side, but the right side. It's not in the way. You know, you're free over here. You know, like my CZ Scorpion, the Evo 3, it folds to this side. I don't know why, but like 90% of the folding stocks I see, they all fold to this side. And I do not like that. I like that it folds to the left side. I mean, to me, that's the right side. It's out of the way, you know. I just like it a lot better. And of course, it does lock in position. It's not too wobbly, but it does move up and down a little bit, but it's not too bad at all. Then you just, you know, you gotta press that down to put it back in position, or to take it and fold it. I would almost prefer that it didn't lock in place, just so it would be easier. Like the CZ Scorpion, you can just smack it back in place. But, you know, but that's one great thing I do like about it. And of course, you know, like I said, this can be used for your AR. Your buttstock here can be used for your AR or something different. So, you know, you get multiple uses for that. So, I mean, this is, like I said, I think this is one of the top 5 1022 stocks. One of the very, you know, it's at the top. This is a really nice stock. But in my opinion, I wish they would just up the quality of their polymer or plastic a little bit. You know, like almost like Magpul quality. I mean, hell, if they had to, just melt down some P-Mags and stamp these out in that plastic. But that's not too bad. But like I said, go with the black one. Just because the FDE is going to have blemishes on it, and it's going to have black marks on it, and probably eventually you're not going to be able to get those black marks back off of it. And of course, you can see here, I did go with a JWH custom exterminator bolt. It came with the extractor and firing pin, and it is a pinned firing pin in there. When I first got my 1022, I was having all kinds of problems, but ever since I got this bolt, I've had really no problems at all. This bolt it fixed the whole gun for me. But kind of look here at some different ATI products. Of course, you know, like that's a nice little stock for a shotgun there. I really like that one. You know, they make all kinds of different stuff for like your shotgun. See, they even have this end for a shotgun. That's the same buttstock as this one. I think it's the Scorpion too. Like this is like a Scorpion pad back here, and then this is the Scorpion recoil reducing pad here. They do make heat shields for shotguns, tactical 4Ns, all that. And then here's some accessories like some slings, mag clamps. You know, you got butt pad recoil reducing. And you know, they had, you know, swivel studs. They have like all kinds of little accessories. And then so they have some free floating 4Ns for the AR-15. And see, here's another grip that they have. Like this one's the Scorpion grip. This one is a little bit different. They do make this grip right here for the Taurus Model 85. Which is what I have, a Taurus, and I was really thinking about getting that grip, but after watching some reviews on it, it seems to be with people with really long fingers, because there's like, it's kind of big. And see, there it is right there. It's called the AR-15 X1 recoil reducing pistol grip. So they do make this exact same grip for your AR-15. Some more type of accessories. They make commercial buffer tubes and pistol tubes for your AR. And then here's a different stock they have for the 1022. And I think this one was $129 on their site. I was really wanting to get this one instead, but again, it just looks like there's just a lot of screws to undo to actually get to your gun. Because you know, this front piece right here goes on last or whatever, and it's probably got two to four screws that hold that in. And it's just a lot to do to actually get your gun out. And it comes with the same buttstock. Yeah, see, they make this same stock right here for the Mini 14. Might be a little bit different. How it has a top rail and all that, but they make this same stock for the Mini 14, and they make it for the SKS as well. Now, if you put a SKS in this, that'd be pretty badass, I think. And they also make a Strikeforce AK-47 package there with the folding, and it folds again to the left, the right way. Really like that. That's badass right there for your AK. And, you know, they make all kinds of different stocks from, you know, your Sega, your shotgun, your AKs, you know, your 1022, your Marlin, your SKS, your Lee Enfields, your Mosins, your Mauser 98s, your Rim 7600. You know, they make all kinds of different stocks and stuff for a bunch of different guns. And see, here's the revolver grips. I hate Taurus. Their quality control is absolute garbage. But I mean, they should have made this for the Smith & Wesson J-frames, and then, you know, the Governor instead of the Judge here. But I mean, that's just a neat looking little grip there.